Students, now going to discuss about Rana tigrina. Rana tigrina, it is the common Indian frog. Okay, firstly, about the frog. Frog lives in or near water. Frog lives in or near water. Lives in the water or near the water. Next, frogs, toads are includes in the order Enura Selentia. Okay, these are the frogs and the toads or belongs from the order Enura Selentia, class Amphibia. Frog toads are carnivores. Frog toads are carnivores, student. Okay, depend on the other animals for food and food. Frog toads are carnivores. Next, Rana tigrina. Rana tigrina, it is the scientific name of the common Indian frog, also called Indian bullfrog. Okay, frogs are phylodermic anomniotes, not amniotes. From the reptiles, amniotes. Amniotes are reptiles, birds, mammals. Phylodermic anomniotes, cold-blooded animals, also called phylodermic, means changes its body temperature to the surrounding environment. Phylodermic animals, that means anomniotes. These are not amniotes, hence named with anomniotes. Fishes, amphibians are anomniotes. Next, hibernation, winter sleep. Okay, student. These are the two types of the activities that are showed by the frog. Hibernation, winter sleep. Estivation, summer sleep. What about the hibernation or the winter sleep? During the period of the winter, these animals goes to the inactive life, forms burrows in the soil and hide their bodies. Period of the inactive life during the winter, during the time of winter. Period of inactive life during the winter, that is called winter sleep or hibernation. Estivation, summer sleep. Estivation, summer sleep, that means these are the animals going to period of inactive life during the summer, that is called estivation, summer sleep. Next, camouflage. What about the camouflage, student? Camouflage, that means these are the animals having the ability to changes its color of the skin, color of the body surface, color of the skin with their that of the surrounding environment, surrounding areas. They can change color of their skin to match with that of the surrounding areas. Okay, it is the camouflaging also helps in escaping from the predators. Predators not easily to identify by this property, camouflage. Next, Rana tigrina, student. Rana tigrina. What about Rana tigrina? Rana tigrina, it is a common Indian frog, Indian bullfrog. Okay. What about the characteristic features, morphological characters that are shown by Rana tigrina? Body is spindle shaped, okay, and slightly dorso-ventrally flattened body. Next, another one, skin. What about the skin? Skin is thin, scaleless and moist by the secretion from the mucus glands. Mucus gland secretes mucus and it causes for moist surface of the skin. And skin is loosely attaches to the underlying muscles in some points. Next, dorsal surface is olive green with color, olive green in color with irregular dark spots. Dorsal surface of the body is olive green with irregular dark spots, and ventral surface Ventral surface is with pale yellow in color. Okay, dorsal surface is olive green with irregular dark spots, and ventral surface is pale yellow in color. Next, body divisions. Body is divided into two parts, head and the trunk. Tail, neck is are absent in the adult forms. Above snout, a pair of the external nostrils are present. Next, eyes, one paired eyes, these are bulged eyes. Eyes covered by nictitating membrane. Eyes covered by nictitating membrane protects whilst in water. Eyes covered by nictitating membrane, and behind each eye there is a eardrum, membranous tympanum, which receives the sound waves. Next, student, body is attached with two pair limbs, forelimbs, hind limbs. Okay, hind limbs with 5 digits each. Each of the hind limb that ends with 5 digits. Forelimbs is with each of the forelimb that have only 4 digits. Okay, next, students, feet have webbed digits. Okay, there is a web between the digits. Feet have webbed digits which helps in swims in the water. Sexual dimorphism, that is also shows by these frogs. Sexual dimorphism, that means these are the frogs are sexually separate. Males, females are available. In this, males are easily identified from the females. Male frog is distinguished by presence of the sound amplifying vocal sacs. Sound producing vocal sacs present in the male frog only. And copulatory pad is also present on the first digit of the each forelimb. Each one of the forelimb, first digit of the each forelimb, that also shows copulatory pad, which is helps in the copulation. Next, coelom and viscera. What about the coelom and the viscera? Body cavity, coelom, that means body cavity is with viscera. Viscera, that means presentation of the internal organs in the body cavity. All the internal organs in the body cavity collectively called viscera, means internal organs. Body cavity shows viscera or internal organs. And these are the internal organs also covered with the peritoneum layer, that is visceral peritoneum produces by mesoderm layer. Okay, student, internal organs in the body cavity, internal organs in the body of frog totally covered by layer, that is visceral peritoneum. It is obtained from the mesoderm layer. Students, frog digestive system. Digestive system of the frog with alimentary canal and digestive glands. Alimentary canal, that means food tube. Alimentary canal, that is the passage way for food. Alimentary canal, digestive glands. Next, first, what about the alimentary canal? Alimentary canal, it is starts with the mouth. Okay, alimentary canal, it is the shortest than the other animals, because frog is carnivore. Okay, short with mouth, it is the alimentary canal starts with the mouth. Mouth is wide semi-oval shaped slit. Mouth is wide semi-oval slit like arrangement, and it is the mouth also bound by jaws. Next, what is the next part after the mouth? That is buccopharyngeal cavity. Mouth open into buccopharyngeal cavity. Okay. Next, buccopharyngeal cavity shows teeth along margin of the upper jaw. Okay, student, along the margin of the upper jaw, that is the buccopharyngeal cavity shows teeth, and along with bifid tongue. Bifid tongue. Tongue is bifurcated and divides into two parts. Bifid tongue. Next, it is the tongue is attached in front and freely behind. Student, it is the tongue in the buccopharyngeal cavity attached in front and freely behind. Okay, student. It is about the mouth and buccopharyngeal cavity. What is the part after the buccopharyngeal cavity? That one is esophagus. Esophagus, it is continuous with the stomach. Esophagus ends with the stomach. Okay, and stomach is broad, thick, and thick walled tube. Stomach is a broad, thick walled tube, and occupies left side of the body cavity. Occupies the left portion of the body cavity. Student, it is the digestive part in the diagram. It is the diagrammatic part that shows the different visceral organs, different organs in the body cavity, along with the digestive system. It is from the esophagus to the last part, cloaca. It is the digestive system, part of the digestive system. Esophagus opens into the stomach. Esophagus, it is the esophagus opens into the stomach. Student, it is the stomach is broad and thick walled and occupies the left portion in the body cavity, left side of the body cavity, and anterior posterior ends provided with cardiac pyloric sphincters, helps in storage of the food particles, digestion of the food particles. Student, esophagus opens into the stomach, that is the opening is with the sphincter, that is the sphincter is called cardiac sphincter. The junction between the esophagus stomach, that is with the sphincter, that is the cardiac sphincter, and stomach when it is open into the next part, small intestine. Stomach open into the small intestine. There is a sphincter. Also there is a sphincter. That one is the sphincter is pyloric sphincter. What is the meaning of the sphincter? Sphincter that refers circulatory muscle, rounded muscle that shows the contraction and the relaxation. That is about the sphincter. There is a cardiac sphincter, there is a pyloric sphincter. Both of the ends of stomach, anterior end is with the cardiac sphincter and posterior end is with the cardiac sphincter. Pyloric sphincter. Stomach open into the duodenum. There is a pyloric sphincter, not a cardiac sphincter. Cardiac sphincter is there, pyloric sphincter is there. Next, and the stomach helps in storage and the digestion of the food particles. Next, small intestine. Small intestine divides into two parts. Proximal part is duodenum. It is the part is called duodenum. Next, next part, highly coiled tube, that is ileum. Duodenum, ileum. These are two parts of the small intestine. Duodenum is proximal, first part. Ileum, distal, that is the next part. This is the ileum, highly coiled tube. Next, long coiled tube. Next, ileum open into the rectum. It is the student, it is the ileum open into the next part, that is the rectum. It is the rectum. Ileum open to the rectum. Rectum considered as a large intestine in the digestive system of the frog. Next, what about the large intestine or the rectum? It is the short wide tube open to cloaca by the anus, through the anus. Student, it is the last part of the small intestine open into the rectum. Rectum, it is also called large intestine, and rectum open into the cloaca. Rectum open into the cloaca. Student, rectum open to cloaca by the help of the anus. By the help of the anus, rectum is open into the cloaca. It is the region is called cloaca. Next, under anus. What about the anus? The part between the rectum and the cloaca is called anus. Anus, it is guarded by anal sphincter. Another one of the sphincter is there. Okay, the anal sphincter. Anus is guarded by anal sphincter. Next, cloaca. Student, what about the cloaca? Cloaca means it is the chamber-like structure, and it receives the parts of the, it is related to the parts of the digestive system and also related to the part of the excretory system. Okay, student, that is called cloaca. Cloaca is the small chamber. Cloaca is the small chamber and serves as common passage. It acts as a common passage for digestive and urinogenital systems. Not only urinary system, it is also common passage for genital system. It is the cloaca is the common chamber that receives the undigested food particles from the last part of the digestive system and also receives the excretory products or the urine from the excretory system of the body, and it also receives the gametes from the reproductive organs, reproductive system of the body. So, it is the common passage for digestive, urinogenital, genital means reproductive system, and it is opens to the outside. Cloaca is opens to the outside by the help of the cloaca aperture between the part of two limbs. Next, digestive glands. Digestive glands helps in digestion of the food particles. Which are the digestive glands? Gastric glands. Gastric glands. Next, liver, pancreas, intestinal glands are the digestive glands. Gastric glands. What about this? Stomach. Stomach, the walls of the stomach contain gastric glands. Secretes gastric juice. Next, liver, student. Liver is the largest gland in the body of frog, and it is open to the duodenum through the hepatopancreatic duct. Student, duodenum receives hepatopancreatic duct. Hepatopancreatic duct from the liver and the pancreas. Duodenum, it is the first part of the small intestine that receives hepatopancreatic duct. Hepatopancreatic duct, that is the duct came from the liver and the pancreas, open into the duodenum, and it receives pancreatic juice and the bile juice. Liver secretes bile juice and pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. What about the role of these two types of the juice secretes by liver and the pancreas? Student, in this secretes bile stored in the gallbladder. Student, it is the gallbladder. Liver secretes bile juice. Liver secretes bile juice and it is temporarily it is stored in the gallbladder. Okay, and gallbladder shows the contraction, and that is the bile juice enters into the hepatic duct. Okay, and student, it is bile juice. What about the bile juice? No digestive enzymes present in the bile juice. Bile juice does not contain any amount of the digestive enzymes, and it is with the bile salts and the bile pigments, helps in the emulsification of the fats, digestion of the fats. Next, what about the pancreas? Pancreas, it is acting as a mixed gland. That means mixed gland means exocrine and endocrine gland. It is okay. It acts as exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Endocrine gland, that means it secretes hormones into the blood, And exocrine means it also secretes enzymes to digest the food particles. It is elongated and locates between the stomach and the duodenum. Okay, locates between the stomach and the duodenum. This is the region for the location of the pancreas. Next, pancreas produce pancreatic juice. Liver produce bile juice, and it is enter into the duodenum through the hepatic duct, and pancreas produce pancreatic juice. It reaches towards the duodenum through the pancreatic duct. Before connect with the duodenum, both of the duct, hepatic duct, pancreatic duct, are combined and forms the one of the duct and forms the hepatopancreatic duct. Hepatic pancreatic duct, both are combined and forms the hepatopancreatic duct. Hepatopancreatic duct opens into the duodenum. Okay. Next, another intestinal glands. Intestinal glands present in the wall of the small intestine secretes intestinal juice. It is also called succus entericus. Student, this is the diagrammatic part that shows the different organs in the body of the frog. These are visceral organs present in the body cavity. It is the heart, it is the liver, it is the gallbladder. Okay, some amount of the time bile juice secretes by the liver enters into the gallbladder and stores in it. By the contraction of the gallbladder, bile juice entered into the hepatic duct. Student, these are kidneys anteriorly connected with the fat bodies. These are fat bodies. And these are one pair ureters also opens into the cloaca finally. It is the urinary bladder. Stores the urine and discharges finally into the cloaca. In this way, cloaca receives gametes through the ureter and undigested food particles receives through the anus, rectum through the anus, and it also receives the urine from the urinary bladder. So, cloaca is the common passageway for the urine and undigested food particles and the gametes. Student, it is the part of the digestive system, esophagus, and it is the stomach, duodenum, ileum, and another one is the rectum, cloaca. Okay, feeding and digestion. In feeding, food is captured by tongue. Tongue is the organ for capturing of the food. Food captured by tongue. Next, student, food entered into the stomach. Wall of the stomach secretes gastric juice by the gastric glands. Gastric glands of the stomach secretes gastric juice. It is also with the HCl. Okay, HCl present in the gastric juice along with the gastric enzyme. It is the HCl added to the digestive food and partially digested food present in the stomach. Amount of the food present in the stomach and react with the gastric juice and goes to the digestion. That is the partially digested food present in the stomach. That is the partially digested food in the stomach called chyme. Chyme. Okay. And that is the chyme is entered into the small intestine. Okay. Duodenum. Which one is the part of the small intestine that receives the chyme? That is the duodenum. Duodenum, when the food is entered into the duodenum, that is the food is combines with the hepatic juice and the pancreatic juice and the intestinal juice. Okay. By the presentation of the bile salts in the bile juice, bile salts acts on the fat and changes into emulsified fats. Emulsification of the fats by the bile salts. Fats goes to the emulsification by the bile salts. Pancreatic juice, pancreatic enzymes by the pancreas, intestinal enzymes by the intestinal glands of intestine. Pancreatic enzymes, intestinal enzymes complete the digestion of the carbohydrates, lipids and the proteins. And these are the digested food particles are absorbed through the villi and the microvilli of the small intestine and enters into the blood circulation, enters into the bloodstream. Undigested food particles reaches into the rectum. From the rectum reaches to the cloaca through the anus. Undigested solid particles are goes to the outside or the exterior by the cloacal aperture.